I open the door to find a police officer holding up a missing pet poster with a photo of my dog on it. Ma'am, do you have this animal on the property? I freeze. I do have a dog. He's asleep on the cloud-shaped bed I bought him because he's mine. I think there's some mistake, I managed to say. I didn't put those posters up. I'm not here because I think you did. We got an anonymous call from someone who saw one of these posters and then spotted the dog in your window. The caller said they know who put the posters up and that it isn't you. So I need you to show proof of ownership, or I'll have to take the dog temporarily until it's sorted. The blood drains out of me and I grab the door frame to stay upright. Biscuit came into my life when I found him shivering under a loading dock 3 years ago. I never got adoption papers. If someone really used to own him, why surface now? My heart slams as I ask, what counts as proof? Would a vet bill work? He shrugs. If it has both your name and the dog's, sure. A spark of hope. I excuse myself and run upstairs to my nightstand, where I keep all my documents in order, but the folder isn't there. No, I don't lose things. Everything in my home has a place. It has to. I was diagnosed with OCD young, and it feels like needles up my spine when something is out of order. And yet Biscuit's paperwork is just gone. My breathing goes ragged and I start to worry I'm tipping into an episode. Then Biscuit pads up and leans his whole weight against my shin, humming that low, contented sound he makes. Ever since I moved to a city where I knew no one, he's been the thing that pulls me back. I crouch, bury my hand in his fur, breathe, and steady myself enough to go back down. I force a smile. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to find it. Want to come in while I look? I've got coffee. The officer hesitates, then nods and sits at my kitchen table. I race back up and start carefully going through everything, fighting that screaming feeling at the back of my skull. I email my vet for copies and get an auto reply. Closed several days for repairs. I groan. Then I remember, because my rental doesn't allow pets, I'd registered Biscuit as an emotional support animal and bought him a tagged vest. I go to the hall closet and stop dead before I even open it. The carpet in front of the door looks wrong. I always smooth it with my foot, side to side every time. But there's a clear impression here, the shape of where someone stood. I open the door. The vest and his paperwork pouch are gone. A cold wave goes through me. Someone didn't just put up fake posters. Someone came into my home and took every shred of proof that he's mine. I'm shaking, seeing stars again. I scoop Biscuit up and hold him to my chest. I moved here to get away from a bad situation. I was lost until I found him. The officer calls up the stairs. I wipe my eyes and tell myself to focus. Maybe I can still convince him Biscuit is my family. But when I reach the bottom of the steps, I stop short. There are 3 sandwich bags lined up on my kitchen table. Inside them, a flathead screwdriver, a scrap of red fabric, and a business card. Before I can ask, the officer says, "Your place is far too clean and orderly to have a slit window screen and muddy prints on the sill. Someone broke in. Any idea who or why?" My jaw drops. I look down at the bags. The screwdriver that tore the screen, a piece of red fabric, a business card. There's exactly one person who ever had a problem with Biscuit. The one who always wears a red coat, who's been trying to get me out over the no pets clause since I moved in. My landlady. The officer had quietly bagged what he found at the window while I was upstairs falling apart. After an investigation, they pulled messages from her devices, including an email to a shelter 2 counties over, asking whether they'd taken a 6th stray she wanted quietly put down. She'd manufactured the whole thing. Fake posters, an anonymous tip, a break-in to strip my proof, all to get him surrendered and disappeared, so she'd have grounds to evict me and be rid of the problem dog at the same time. She was charged with breaking and entering. My vet reopened that week and sent 3 years of records with both our names on every page. Biscuit never left my arms that whole afternoon. He's curled on the cloud bed beside me as I write this. Still mine, always was.